this live stream to finish up this challenge, kind of what I consider Barbie's house because it was so pink to begin with. You can tell it's not all pink now. It's got some yellow on it. There was a little bit of issue when I was painting the inside of Ken's apartment. Somehow it bled over to the outside. Making sure that we're up and running. We are up and running here on YouTube. We've got a lot of work to do on the exterior. That's pretty much the big thing that we have left here. I added a little bit of clutter. You can kind of see through the windows there. I did add a little bit of clutter to our existing apartments. We have 3 apartments here. A 2-bedroom apartment on the ground floor, which is my apartment. In the middle, with the large outdoor entertaining space, is Barbie's apartment. And then above that, the yellow and blue apartment is Ken's apartment, of course, where he lives in close proximity to his favorite person in the world, Barbie. Now, to some extent, I did try to make these particular apartments, these particular builds, somewhat like a kid's toy, right? So, like, it should look a little plasticky, a little, bright colors, bright primary colors, a sort of a Mattel play set, right? Let me clear my throat there. Sort of a Mattel play set. Now, what's really not working here at the moment is, of course, the outside. The outside's kind of crazy. I love this window. I love this great big open window. Fantastic views of the outside, but it doesn't really work with the rest of the apartment. So I'm going to go through and change it up. We're going to look at something a little more in keeping, I hope a little more in keeping with the pack itself for rent. I'm going to look at for rent and see what do we have that will work for windows and doors. I'm a little nervous about it. There's quite a big selection of windows and doors. All of it is kind of retro-y, kind of retro like this. Nothing, it's not really necessarily a bad thing, but I don't know how well it's going to work overall. Now, we are going to go towards that. We're going to pull the little pink door there. One thing I really don't like, and this is going to come into play with the other apartments, is this pink door, on this side. That's great. That is great for Barbie's apartment. It's really going to stick out up here on Ken's apartment, though. So we have all blue and yellow, but then the door is going to be pink if the exterior is going to match. If we don't care about the exterior matching, then this pink door will probably work. I would love to have it be all glass. I'd love to have it, more see-through. But I also kind of do want it to blend in with what we're working with as a structure. Now we've got this window and this window. Let's see here. Probably have to go with this, maybe is what I'm thinking. That gives us that real open feeling, right? This real open feeling like we're letting the outdoors in. So I love that. Absolutely love that. That does work. The thing I don't love is it's got a little bit of that Maxis white, right? Where it doesn't look white, it looks gray. It doesn't look white, it looks gray. And I think it actually is set as gray. That I don't like because I want it to be white. I want to have pink and white going on here, not pink and gray. So we're going to have to see ultimately how this comes about. I don't know. I'm a little nervous. About it. But for now, we're going to kind of roll that way. We'll take out that window up there. Put this kind of down here. Grab some pink. Whoops. Grab this pink wall here. Put it here. Fix the yellow up here like so. There we are. And then I thought I would go ahead and just use these windows up here. Again, they are, I don't know how well they really fit with Ken's apartment on the inside, but on the outside, I think it's going to work fairly well. Maybe. Back here, I do have some definite ideas, though, for back here. I have been thinking about it. I'm going to take that out. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to take this out. We're going to go ahead and take this color wall all the way across. And then we have a... Let me filter this again. We do have this sort of window is what I'm thinking of. Now it comes in pink and it comes in gray. I really like the pink and white better than the gray. But I just don't know. I know when we get up there to Ken's apartment, I'm afraid it's really going to stick out. But for now, we're going to go ahead and put this here. Kind of see what it looks like. It does overlap just a little bit, placing it like this. I'm not sure that matters, really. I do like that, kind of that spread of windows. And then, like, say, we go up here, right? We can do the same thing. Let's take out this, take out this, take out that. Change the color of the walls so that they match what is down below. Although I wonder, let's see here. Does this come in that sort of lighter, whatever that color is there? I guess not. Yeah, it does, like that. We could do like that so that we don't have that weird sort of baseboard here on the second level, right? Let's do that. We are going to need a door for Ken's apartment so that he can get out here to the balcony with the chairs, the chair for he and Barbie to sit in and hang out. Put the windows across there. Okay, so that's what we've got, right? It doesn't look that bad on the outside. Right off the bat, let's fix this roof. Okay, let's work on the roof a little bit. I'm going to pull this back here. I'm going to pull this. The roof is torturous. The roof looks painful. It's just painful to look at. I don't know that I can fix it entirely and still maintain kind of the idea of this building, but I am going to try to fix it to some extent. Let's put this here and we'll bring it out to kind of cover our balcony. Let's bring it out one more. And we'll go ahead and grab some columns here. Like that. I'm going to take this roof and pull it down a little bit. It's not too bad. Then I'm going to switch out this sort of gingerbread detail that they've got there with that pink and kind of yellow tan. I'm going to switch it out with a white here with this other gingerbread style. Kind of like that. Make sure these are swapped out. Okay, so we've kind of got that taken care of a little bit. Let's take a look here and see what we have. See, I really don't mind it from this, well, for goodness sakes. Here we go. I really don't mind it from this elevation, right? It looks pretty good. I mean, it's got a great sort of pink and gray and white sort of look to it. I do like that. And Lord, I'm afraid when I'm going to look at it, you know, from like Ken's point of view, from his apartment, it's just not going to be the same, but we'll see. I'm going to like a lot of rubber banding there. Let's drop down like that. Kind of throw in a little bit of molding there. Lord, there's some stuff going on with this particular lot. I see. I need to be able to see what I'm working on. I guess we'll do it like this. Okay. So my thought is going to build a ceiling on there. Let's go ahead and even put a full floor above it. I'm going to hope that that doesn't just bounce around on me some more. I'd really like to get in here, maybe test out like a molding like that. So not too bad. I think I kind of like that. It's getting a little dark here in the Sims world. Let's do like that. Okay, so that's okay as far as the roof goes. Let's look over here to the front side. We still have a lot of issues where I really need to get, there we go. Let's do that. And you really need to get in here, and I want to fix that. Fix that. I want to do, see this pink? Let's do this pink around this full opening out here. Kind of like that. You know what I'm going to do too? I'm going to kind of move some of this landscaping out of the way for now. Some of it we're going to put back, but I need to be able to see to kind of work on this, because we're going to take this and move it over here. Take that out. Take that out. That. And that. We're going to make all of these this kind of stained glass look, which I think is really pretty. I do love these stained glass windows. I think they're really, really nice. That still leaves us, I just don't like these windows. They look like prison bars to me. It's just like so closed in. So we're going to come up with a different sort of window. Now, my thought is to use the same windows as we used over here, kind of keep a little cohesiveness going. So let's grab those, and we need them here, especially on our first floor. Does that work okay? I think it works okay. Let's get in here, down like this. I'm going to lift them up so that they are, so, you know, the sofa is just above the ledge of the window. And we're going to put some of these lights in place here, like so. Okay, so we've got some windows now for the first floor. Let's look at, we're going to take these out. I would like to go ahead and use these particular windows down here. The bad thing is in this room, I have the bed kind of a little off center. I kind of eyeballed it to fit it in place because it's not really on the grid. So my thought is, first of all, we bring it up so that it looks like it is even with the room, right? And then kind of eyeball it over so it lines up with the bed. Same thing here. We need to lift that up. Now, it can stay right where it is, even though it's slightly off. Well, maybe we need to move it a little bit, like that. Let's move it like that. It's going to be still a little bit off from this window, but I think it's going to be close enough. We'll grab a copy of it from back here. And it lets a lot of light in, lets a lot of air in. So ideally with those big sliding glass doors, that is what I wanted, just a lot of light and air. Even though this is not exactly what I was looking to do, I think it's good enough. I do. I think it's good enough. Do. Now, I guess here we will have to go ahead and do something like that. Maybe like that, and then maybe like that there. That's not too bad, right? I mean, I think that's okay. Is it okay? It looks okay. I think it's going to be okay. The thing is, from the start, I had this idea of what I want to do over here with kind of a lower, below house grade, below foundation sort of garden. So I might have to kind of slide these tables around a little bit. But for now, I think that's okay. Again, we're getting a lot of that openness into this space, which is what I'm really looking for. Now, I also would love to go ahead and put in some windows here for the kitchen. So we're going to take a look. Right off the bat, I love that. Right off the bat, I do love that. Let me take a look at that real quick. It comes in white here. It also comes in kind of a pink. Which one should we do? For now, I guess I'm going to go ahead and do pink to kind of keep it, maybe this hot pink to kind of keep it in line with the other colors. I don't know. Oh man, that's going to be kind of tough. Lord, let's go with that. Let's go with that. In here. So we have this kind of really cool stained glass backdrop to our kitchen cabinets. Gives it kind of a retro sort of feel, like maybe that's part of the original structure they kept in place. I would like to dress that up a little bit here on the outside. Let me look at this. I mean, we've got more pink here. We could go with these kind of pink awnings on this stuff. Like that. And then maybe... Let's see. Ah, there it is. Sometimes I like to use these as sort of it's kind of a ledge, for a window. So we're going to go ahead and put those there for now. And then, will we keep it like that? I don't know. I mean, the problem I'm going to run into is the pink on the inside, and does it clash? And I don't know. Does this pink really go with this pink? Or does it clash because they seem a little different? Maybe they're not. Maybe it just seems different. Okay, well, we're going to roll with it for now. We are going to roll with it for now. And one thing we're going to roll with real quick, just because I was just talking about it and kind of thinking about it, let me move some of this landscaping out of my way. We're going to build that sunken landscape area. So I know I want to put stairs here. So we'll make a little cut there. And we'll grab these stairs, which I'm going to actually use those stairs on the interior of this structure as well. I haven't done a whole lot with the entry hall and the stairwell, but that is coming. Let's grab this here, like so. Now, what I'm going to do is what I really want is I want this molding, this thick new molding from this pack to wrap around this entire I don't know what they did here. Balcony, right? This entire massive balcony. I want it to wrap all the way around. I don't want to just stop here. Now, in order to do that, it has to have a room underneath it. So we're going to build that. We're going to start with that. We're going to start with a room running from here, running down here, get over this way, and then like that. Now, hopefully that did seal in. Yeah, it did. So we'll run our molding around the entire exterior there. Then we're just going to go ahead and grab this traditional fencing and do it like that, right? And so we've got a nice little garden area here. And one thing I thought this might be kind of cool. Maybe it won't be, we'll see. I thought we could move that giant plant out of the way. Let's grab like maybe a palm tree. Like, I don't know, this one does work. Maybe it's leaning too much. Is it leaning too much? I don't know. Let me see here. We could pull it like this, right? And then the idea, of course, would be that we will frame out kind of a little cut here, right? So like when they built the place, they wanted to spare the tree, right? They wanted to spare the tree. So they just kind of built they notched it out here. If I can get it out. There we go. Like that, right? So I'm thinking, let's do that. And we'll go ahead and we'll grab this kind of flower pot here. We'll move a little bit closer. And then let's grab this, kind of make it a little overgrown there. Kind of make it sort of a lush spot. Take that out, I think. I'm going to put some more landscaping in along this area. Maybe a little gate down here, right? I think so. I think a little gate down here. In fact, ideally, we could almost maybe move this entire structure over and have kind of a side garden over here for residents, maybe. I'll have to think about that one, but maybe. That's a maybe. It's on the maybe list. I do kind of like those awnings. Let me grab that awning real quick. We could maybe do them along here. Right, give a little shade for those openings. And let's see, we have this. Grab that. I mean, the thing I'm not real sure about right at the moment with those particular windows, A, they are sitting really high. B, they also have this tile here. I might go ahead and just grab that one wall color that like I did back here in the back. Just extend it all the way across like so that we don't have an extra baseboard, an extra line of tile on those bottom areas. And then I can move this down a little bit. Maybe it'll look a little more natural. I really don't want to have, windows on the ceiling. But, that's not too bad. That's not looking too bad. I do think it's pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to put in windows. I don't think I am on this side of the upper level. Doesn't seem like it will be necessary. Could work in some landscaping here. kind of wondering, can we extend? You know, I had to redo this front, which kind of is what got me started, just redoing the entire sort of exterior. But I don't think that I can really extend this fence line to here because of this platform for the stairs, which I had to have, otherwise the stairs wouldn't fit. That's why there was no stairs with this build. The stairs are too long to fit by the door without the platform being extended. So, I wonder what that would look like here. It's kind of pretty, isn't it? Let's see here. Actually, that's really pretty. I think I might swap out that part of the fence with that stuff. I think it matches well enough. I'm going to leave that as green, tie us in a little bit to the green apartment we have going on. And let's see. Would it be possible to actually put stairs down into this little garden at the front? I mean, I guess it kind of is. Yeah, it kind of is. So if we take like that, that's going to kind of help disguise where there's no, fence line there. And it gives us stairs down to this little sort of garden. Said I lost this? Is that what I lost? Just now when it guess so. Okay, so go ahead and take that out. Oh, I see what I lost. I lost a window. A whole window disappeared. Okay. Do. Okay, so we have Tomarani tiles here. Do they come in more of a pink form? Not really, do they? We got yellow. Yellow's pretty. We've got kind of a worn out green. This does come in pink, so wow, like a lot of pink there. Got that. That doesn't look as that pink really. We could go with red. The blue's kind of pretty. I do like that. I mean, I think that's actually really pretty. I think we could go with the blue. And then we've got a little bit of green down here to tie in the green apartment. Got a little blue up here to tie in the blue apartment. Kind of takes the edge off of so much of that pink, right? Like pink in your face, pink and white everywhere. So and actually speaking of that, let me look at this real quick and see what colors does it come in. Nah. Okay, so let's put in some landscaping here in the back. We're actually getting pretty close on this. There's not like, well, you know what I'm going to do real quick. I'm going to look at like Ken's apartment here and see just how bad is this pink going to show through with the yellow and blue. I don't know. Is it awful? I mean, it's not awful. I don't think it's the worst thing I've ever seen, but I also don't love it. I also think in the real world, I would just paint that white. Boy. And we really don't have a white version. Again, we have gray. Now, we could use more blue maybe. Maybe we could, we've got this blue roof. Maybe we could, but a lot of this doesn't come in blue. Like this stuff doesn't come in blue. So even if we did these in blue, then nothing else would be in blue. That would be in blue. This is just causing me some stress. This game, which is supposed to help me relax, is causing me a little bit of stress. So let's see here. What to do? I don't know. I don't know what to do. I am thinking about changing out these stained glass windows with this type of window and leaving the stained glass windows just here in the middle. Because right now we've got two different types of windows, in these bedrooms. But then I'd almost have to change out the stained glass windows here as well, and I don't think I want to do that. I guess I wouldn't. I could leave them. And just change out these. Let's change out those. Let's move this over here. There we go. Okay, so that's a little bit more of that. Kind of fix it up a bit. Let's work on our garden back here in the back. And let's try moving. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save this real quick. Let's save it. Because I'm going to try moving this lot, and I don't know. It should work perfectly. I should be able to move, just slide the lot over, right? A little bit. But Lord help me. You know, sometimes things just don't work, and I don't want to get caught out. So, see what we got going on here. Let's do that. Here goes nothing. Seems okay. Okay. So that'll give us a little more space here in the backyard and the side yard. And let's put one here. Let's see what kind of gates we have with this new pack. We have something that matches, of course. Kind of pull out all of our options. It's this one here. It's the option we've already used up front. So we could use it again back here maybe. Let's see what that looks like. It's kind of weird looking. It is kind of weird looking. It's kind of big. It's really kind of big for a back gate. I mean, I guess we could do it like that, but that's still really big for a back gate. What does this come in? Let's see here. Let's try this. Still big, especially compared to the size of the fence, because the fence is pretty diminutive. So I don't think we're going to be able to use a Tomorani gate. I think we're going to need to just, like something like this, I guess, you know? Something pretty simple. We could use this maybe. Has a little bit more of that kind of scrolly edge to it. It's not too bad. In fact, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with that. We'll put that there. My thought is we could almost fit in a pool on this side, like a lap pool. I don't know that we need a lap pool. That's kind of a toss-up to me. I mean, we are right here on the beach, right? Do we really need a pool when we're right on the beach? Nope, not really. Let's throw in a little bit of landscaping in here, throw in some bushes or something. Something a little bit wilder, a little bit sort of au natural. Something like this. But small. Throw this in here. Okay, so we'll put something like that there, and then let's grab some ground cover, something maybe like this. Little kind of leafy, kind of grassy looking. Throw that in along here. There we go. There. I don't think there was any new landscaping stuff with this pack. I'm almost positive there wasn't. Just kind of too bad. I mean, yeah, we do have a lot of sort of tropical things in game. like this. I'm not sure that they'll walk past that, getting up those stairs. Let's test that real quick. Grab the kid and see if he can go up here. No, he's going that way. Okay, so it works. It works just fine. Nothing to worry about. Let's change that to white. Now, of course, I could always put in a little bit of terrain paint through here. God, I hate using terrain paint. You know why I hate it? Because I'm not very good at it. And so I would probably get better at it if I did it more often, but I don't do it more often. So let's see what we have to work with here. Muddy mud. It sounds really good for the tropics, right? And let's make it a little bit smaller. Kind of come along underneath all of this. Actually, just gonna put a little bit of like the hint of, kind of a worn area here where people go in and out that gate a lot. It's kind of the impression of that. And then since this is our garden area, we'll go ahead and throw in a water hose back here. Like that. There we go. Now here in the front, this tree was originally here up front. I'm going to go ahead and put it back in place essentially. I do like it. I think it was fine. It was just kind of in the way when I was trying to work. Now we are getting a little bit of clipping there. I wonder if there's a way we can do it without clipping. And the answer is no. How was it in here before? Did it just clip through the wall before and I didn't realize it? Maybe it wasn't in that garden before. Maybe it was like out here like this. Maybe. That works fine. Let's leave it out there like that. Let's get rid of this. That. Now I'm still a little bit unsure. We could put more windows here on the side. Huh. Like we could do these up this side. It would be harder up this other side. But that is one thing that I really feel like really impressed me over and over while looking at builds in Thailand was there were just a lot of windows and a lot of views to the outside. To eyeball that a little bit. And let's go ahead. I think I'm going to have to redo Barbie's kitchen a little bit if I do put this window up here, to keep it kind of balanced. I am going to have to do that, but I think in the end it might be worth it for the exterior view of it. Or I could just do more of these pink windows around here. Since, the thing that strikes me about this is almost like it's two separate builds. You have this first build here on the bottom, and then someone came along and just did an entirely new build on top. That's kind of the way it feels. So maybe that would be okay. Maybe. I'm going to go ahead and move this piece of artwork. We'll recenter it on this wall. Okay, so here we are in Barbie's kitchen, and right off the bat, the problem becomes apparent that Barbie has a cabinet in front of her window. So what to do? Oh, you know what we could do? I guess we could move this maybe in front of the window and this here. I mean, does the fridge look better in front of the window or the dishwasher or just no window? Just no window. Ooh, that's going to be a tough decision. I mean, I don't mind having the beds in front of the window. That's not too unusual. A little refrigerator in front of the window is a little more unusual. But one thing that we could say is it does get hot in the tropics, right? These little refrigerators do need breathing room. So like when you put one of them in a cabinet, you've got to put a lot of ventilation back there, to keep them from overheating and not cooling enough. So it's either got to have ventilation, it's got to have some sort of opening in the back. So maybe she keeps this refrigerator in front of this window because it needs ventilation. She's trying to keep it cool, so it'll keep all of her food like really cool instead of, if you've ever been on a cruise ship, they use these sort of refrigerators in cruise ships sometimes. And that's what happens is they put in a little cabinet so that it looks fancier, right? It looks nicer, more disguised. But then the cabinet is hot and it can't breathe, and then the refrigerator will not work to peak efficiency, so it never really gets cold. But if you prop open the cabinet door so the heat can get out, it will work better. So, in fact, super cold in that case. So maybe we'll just go with that. Maybe we'll just say that was kind of her deal. That's kind of what she was thinking. I don't know. Maybe. I also don't know what to do about this particular piece of art now. Guess we could make it smaller, maybe. It's not too bad. Okay, I'm going to go with that. It looks a little odd, but it does. I do feel like there's a real world reason behind it that we can go with. Barbie's kind of smart like that. She's like, my refrigerator's not getting cold enough. I know what the problem is. It's overheating, so I'm going to fix that right now. And then the exterior, the outside will kind of match better with these windows. So it's funny. I thought the roof was blue. It really looks green in that light, doesn't it? Do. I think I'm still going to stick with it. I do like it. It's very pretty. Let's throw a little landscaping here up front. Get rid of that mailbox. I was hoping I could clone that paint. I don't want to look for that paint. But I thought I might stretch it over here a little bit towards the mailbox. Maybe I can just use mud. Let's see here. To kind of give the impression again, a kind of a high traffic area. Add a little bit in there. Kind of darken it up a little bit. Okay. I don't know if we should put a bench out here, any sort of seating or just some plants. I think for now we'll just do some plants. There's no real reason to put in a bench or anything. I mean, a bench would be kind of cool. It'd be kind of cool. It would, or a little chair. Maybe a rocking chair would be. Oh, let's do a rocking chair. Actually, let's do a rocking chair now that I think about it. Let's put in a rocking chair. What have we got to work with? We've got these different chairs here. So we could do, I thought there was more than this. Is this the only rocking chair we have? Why did I think we had one? I think we have an upholstered rocking chair is why. Maybe that's it. Let's look at this one. We've got blue. We got blue. We got a sort of pink. We do have a sort of pink one here. Has kind of a nice look to it. Got a nice cushion on it. I think, though, I'm going to go with the blue. I think I'm going to go with the blue here. I'm going to put a little rocker out here where you can kind of sit, read some books or something, you know, just hang out, take it easy. Let's look for a nice little table to put beside this chair. Let's see here. Something kind of sweet. Maybe something like this. Does this come in that blue? Not really. That's kind of too bad. Something that's kind of rustic, but sweet and let's look through here and see what do we have. What do we have? Maybe this. What is maybe in white? Kind of like a Thailand garage sale find, right? Oh, we've got this. This might work. It's got kind of a rattan wicker kind of look to it. Maybe, let me take a look at that. Let's see here. Maybe in that color. Not really. We got something like that. Not really. We do have this. Look at this. What do we got? Blue. More blue. Purple. Lord, I don't know. Maybe we don't need a chair. I mean, not a chair, a table. I like the chair. We're going to keep the chair. Maybe we don't need a table. Maybe I don't need to worry about this. I think I like this, but I bet it's too big. See how big it is? It's just really huge. So I don't want to use that. Okay. I think for now the table might be a lost cause. We might have to wait on that. See if anything kind of comes to me. This is kind of cute. This is very whimsical. Would you really have this out in a garden? Well, maybe. Maybe for whimsy you would. Oh boy. I'm going to think about that. I do like those suitcases stacked up like that. It is very whimsical. And that's like the only thing I'm seeing that I'm really like, oh, that would be cute. That would be super cute. Maybe this might be cute. Little wooden chest out here. Okay, let's just call it good for now. Let's go ahead and put in our garden here. And not worry overly much about where we're going with the rest of this look, because I'm not seeing a coffee table or like an end table right off the bat. Let's let it go. Let's put in maybe that bush. Maybe not. Maybe something like this kind of blown up. That kind of a little bit of a wild, sort of overgrown look. That is probably, it might clip through that wall a little bit, that bush I just grabbed, but at the same time it matches these other bushes, so I don't think it'll be real noticeable. And like so. That seems okay. Now let's see if the sim can come out here and actually sit in that chair and rock. He's headed that direction, so that's a good first sign. Yeah, he's gonna rock. He's got it. Okay, cool. Awesome. Needs to go to the bathroom. Guess this would be a good chance to test out our bathroom facilities. They should be fine. I gave him a squat toilet. Now in other live streams, we decided, I decided that Barbie does not use a squat toilet. Barbie does not squat to go to the bathroom, and neither does Ken. But although Ken might, but this guy does. This sim is going to go in here and check out. He's like, when in Rome, do as the Romans. He's going to do the Thai way, the traditional Thai way there. Let's throw in a little bit of gardening over here on this other side. You know, this might be a really cool side to put in. Kind of maybe a little tea area. Let's see here. Using that chair. And there should be a table that matches it right here. That works. So let's put in kind of a little, it's a little tea area over here. Like so. Where's our tea sets? Now, let's see what we have going on here. We have this one, which I do really like. I like it in blue. Comes in red, of course, in red and gold. Let's go with that. That looks nice. So I've got a little tea set out there. I hope that works. Does that work on that size table? I think so. I think it does. I'm going to hope it does. We're going to go with the idea that it does. We're also going to put out this cute little set of books over here. I'm going to make this kind of like a little tea room, I think, but with a little bit of wildness to it, a little bit of garden to it. Oh, hey, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you think it's cool. I hope that message hasn't been up here for very long. I do just try to glance over at chat every so often. I just now see that it's on there. Ariba, I think Ariba might be the correct pronunciation. Hope so. I'm terrible with pronunciations, but thank you. I'm glad you like it. I particularly working now in this little tea room. I think I'm really going to like this. I do like the idea of a great little sort of like a secret garden sort of tea room type of place where you can just sit with a friend and have a little bit of peace, a little bit of quiet. In fact, thinking of that, I wonder if we have a fountain in here somewhere that could stick on the wall. I mean, I know we do. Where is it located? That I don't know. Let's check here in the fountain stuff. Oh, maybe it's here now. They move this stuff around, and then I get a little lost. Let's see here. We've got something like that, but I'm looking for the one that goes on the wall. Wonder where it is. It might be. We can use something like this. Now, this is not bad. Like, to put this kind of right there. Wonder if that comes in a pink. Does it come in a pink? Does it come in a green? That's kind of pink. It's got some pink accents to it. So we could go with that, maybe. Let's go with that for now. I'm still looking, though, for... Maybe I'm wrong and it's not a fountain. I've said this before and it's still true. I mean, sometimes I think something is in The Sims 4 and it was in The Sims 3. I definitely don't see it here. Is it in this part? Nope, it's not there. What about... Not here. And then we have spawners. You know what? Why I have the spawners out here, though, I think I will stick some fireflies over here. Maybe over here. And let's put some back there. And I hope they don't get in the way back over here. I'm going to hope. Now, let me see here. I think what I'm looking for came in the Vampires pack. So let's just go down to the Vampires pack. We'll take a look here, see what's going on, right? See if it's in there. See if maybe I just fashioned a fountain out. Ah, there it is right there. See? I knew it was in here. Why in the hell isn't it over with fountains? Why is it not over in fountains? It's a stone-faced wall fountain, right? Why is it not over with fountains? I don't know. Sims logic, Maxis logic, you guys. More than Sims logic. Now, that's a little kind of wonky looking. Let's see here. Oh, that's not too bad. Maybe like that. Maybe like that would work. I don't know. Does it show through this other side? No. What to do about this? I'm not sure. Let's go live here and see what it looks like. Looks like nothing. Does she not spit out water? I thought she spit out water. Does she not spit out water? Let's have him go over and sit down. Okay. So maybe I did a little bit of both. Maybe I used that, but also hooked like a fountain on it to. Did it just never spit water? Is that what I'm? Is that where it is? No. Okay, let's try. If we set it on the wall, does it spit water over there? I don't know. It doesn't look like it has any water in it. Maybe it just never worked. Maybe I just stuck like a fountain or something behind it. That must have been what it was. That is what I want to use there. To have like a little fountain. So, let's see here. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. You know, it might not work just simply because the way this fence and this thing for the stairs is. Okay, let's try something first. Let's take the stairs, move them out, and then we'll put this here. Let's grab a little kind of fountain. And then we'll try it. We'll see how it works. Well, I mean, it does work. That's a lot of fountains, a lot of water activity. I think let's take that out. Just take the whole thing out and put our stairs back. And if we're going to have a fountain back here, we'll just use one of the other ones, like maybe the round thing, right? Like the round fountain. This thing, we got the ball. You know, the ball works. Got that thing, of course, right? It's kind of big. Do we have two of those balls? Oh, that's a lamp. Okay. Let's see how this works here. That seems okay. Now we'll go ahead and we'll put some greenery around it, like the greenery's catching the water. And use more of this lily of the valley stuff here. Mm-hmm. Not too bad. Have a few little things back off in there. We'll go ahead and put a little bit, again, of this lily of the valley stuff kind of in here. Kind of anchor it back here in the corner. Could throw a few taller flowers back there, maybe give it some height, something like, well, that's a lot. That's kind of big, but maybe not. It's got kind of a look to it. Maybe if we make it a little bit smaller, kind of come across like that. We could maybe even grab a second one here. Bring it in like, kind of like this. And adjust this around just a little bit. Give us kind of the impression of a nice little outdoor room. Okay, so what could we put back over here? We've got a fountain already. Got like a little table. I want to do something very whimsical, kind of in the corner. Something that's going to feel kind of like Alice in Wonderland, you know, something kind of magical and not entirely real. So maybe, do we have a torchère or something we could put there? Like maybe something like this. So it feels a little bit kind of odd, like it's not entirely, you know, like what is it doing there? It's a little bit out of place. I don't know if that is really out of place though, but for the moment, I can't think of anything else for the moment. So we're going to stick with that, and we'll grab some more of this stuff, put it in here. Kind of bring this over here like that. Oh, you know what I want to put there? The rabbit. Now, we could do, what I'm thinking is the ceramic rabbit, which did not pull up here. That's not here at all. But we do have a topiary, and then we have actual rabbits. And I've made this a little bit smaller before, and it does work. The rabbits will come out. I don't know if there's enough room here really to have a rabbit house. That's going to be a tough one. I kind of do like the idea of putting a rabbit there. Okay, let's see here. Let's try it. I'm going to go ahead and try it. We're going to stick the rabbit here. We're going to go ahead and look for that rabbit sculpture as well. I don't know where it is. I thought it would come up under rabbit, but apparently it does not come up under rabbit. What's it called? I don't know. I don't know. We're going to see here. What exactly do you call a rabbit? You call it a bunny, of course. You call it a bunny. Where is the other version of that bunny? Is it right there? It is. What do you call that one? Garden friend. Of course, naturally you do. But we could use that as well. So we've got kind of a pink version, yellow, blue. Let's go with kind of a blue one here. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Again, sort of like Alice in Wonderland, kind of like following following the white rabbit right down the hole. So we're going to put that there. I hope those work. We're going to test that here in a minute. I'm almost positive that I did shrink that stump down before and it did still work. Fingers crossed. Hope so. And then lastly, let's see if we can find some kind of rug to put underneath that. Something, dare I say it, something magical, right? Something magical, something kind of fun. Something like this, that's kind of worn out because it is outdoors, but has this sort of feeling like, I like that, Then that kind of reminds you of Aladdin's carpet a little bit, this sort of idea of, maybe it's going to take you someplace else. It's taking you on a journey, right? So what versions of that do we have? I think I like the one I just put down a lot. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. Kind of in green there. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. It's got a nice, rich look to it. And I don't know, something about it just kind of speaks to me, that sort of Aladdin's magic carpet. When I first saw it, that's what popped into my head. So let's go with that. We've got that ready to roll. And then let's do a little testing real quick and see how we're doing here. We could throw in a few more little things around here, and I think we will, but let's make sure. Can he sit down here by this, fountain thing? Maybe, hopefully. Where is he? There he is. Yeah, so that works. And then can he steep some tea? Let's do some black dragon tea. I think this is going to work too. So that's good news. Totally dig it. Let's pour our tea. I want to see the fireflies popping up, so that's good. So far, we're betting 1,000. Okay, let's drink the tea and let's sit down here. Oh, that chair might not work. Well, or maybe, was he going in there to drink the tea? Is that the deal? Where are you going? Where is he going? Okay. In here. He's going to sit on his bed and drink his tea. Okay. Sims logic. We're going to file that. Let me file that real quick under Sims logic. That I asked you to sit in that chair and drink your tea, but you go ahead and head on inside. No, please. Head on inside. Drink your tea in there on your bed. Maybe he can't sit there. No, he seems to be able to. I'm going to pull this out a little bit because we had a little clipping there in the bedroom. Okay. So, all in all, this does seem to be working pretty well. I do like this sort of setup here. I'm going to have him clean this up because if I upload it to the gallery with a bunch of stinking tea on that table, someone's not going to like it, right? Someone's not going to like it. Now, here's the outdoors. Here is our look at night. I wouldn't mind it being a little less bright out here, but it's not too bad. I know it's really bright because of all of this lighting. I guess I could get rid of those particular lights. See how that leaves it. Let me take a look here. It's still pretty bright. I mean, really, at the end of the day. I don't think those added a whole lot of light. let's leave it for now. He's got a place for tea. He's got a place to sit and read a book. These two little outdoor rooms. Do we need to add anything else here? There's always more we can add. Why am I even asking that? There's always more we can add. At some point, I always have to stop and say, okay, that's it, quit it. But I do feel like if we just if we had a couple of other little things, let's take a look at the egg. Well, no, I don't really want to use an Easter egg. I use the Easter eggs a lot as kind of sort of fantastical decor. We could use a gnome. They don't know how to behave. They don't mind very well. But we could use a gnome. Let's see here. Like the naked gnome. Could use a cat. Little golden cat. Kind of tucked away here. And what was I thinking of just then? I thought of something. Oh, you know what we could put there? Yeah. Where is it? We could put the fairy house out here. There it is. Love this, by the way. Love this piece. I think it's so cute. Reminds me a lot when my son was young. There was a fairy that lived out in the greenbelt behind our house. And, we'd go visit her, stuff like that. So it's perfect that there'd be like a little fairy house out here. Let's go ahead and leave it full size, I guess. Maybe. I do need to check and make sure that that tree stump works. I think I'll leave the cat golden. Isn't there something about golden cats? In Asian culture, like they usually have like a golden cat at the Chinese restaurant. Americanized Chinese restaurant. There used to be like a cat, like a golden cat for kind of luck, on the counter, and sometimes he's waving at you with his paw and stuff. So let's keep the golden cat there. That's pretty good. I don't know if we need anything else. I think it looks pretty good. If we're going to do anything else, one thing we could do would be, where are they here? The little tea kind of tins, the tea tins that hang on the wall. Ah, there it is. Let's start with that here and then kind of lift it up. We're going to make it a little bit smaller. Try changing the color of it a little bit. Let's see what we got. Throwing a little bit of this lavender out here. Who doesn't like lavender? Nobody. Well, I guess if you're allergic to it, you don't like it. But even then, you might like it. You might still like it, but you are allergic to it, so you probably shouldn't be around it. I'm going to see if we can line that up a little bit more in the middle. Okay, now let's check out and see if we can get our rabbits to come out and see us out here while we're having tea. There are no rabbits hiding in here. So, oh, that sounds good. Let's leave that alone. Are there no rabbits hiding there because it's too small? It's too crowded? I wonder. I'm going to have to give it a little bit of time and then check it again. See if it'll work for us. You know, one thing that might, well, I'm going to leave it. I don't want to get too much on here. I'll think about it. I might put some more stuff in here. I was thinking we could throw like that old coffee pot out here and all sorts of things. But at the moment, let's go ahead and just kind of leave it be. There are no rabbits hiding here. I wonder, is there something I'm forgetting, like some secret? Oh, he went over to rock. Some secret about getting the rabbits that I'm forgetting? I don't know. You know, seeing the fireflies, though, they look so pretty. I think I'm going to throw a few of them out here as well in this back garden. Let's see here. I love fireflies in real life, right? So let's put a few out here. I think we do have to be a little bit careful because they will kind of, I think they kind of interfere with routing sometimes. At least some of these spawners do. Now, let's look back over here. We're going to take one more look at Ken's balcony, which has almost nothing on it. Poor guy. Poor Ken. We're going to, I think we'll just set up an area out here to kind of hang out. I mean, I guess I really just didn't have a lot planned for it. Now that I think about it, I mean, you know, someplace for him and Barbie to maybe chat, you know, sit around and chat or something. So let's see if we can grab a rug. Let's grab a little rug for out here, something, you know, kind of nice. See what we got to work with. Anything, I don't know what we can use. Something in blue. Now this kind of comes in blue. Something like that, you know. It doesn't really match with those chairs, though. Those chairs are so modern. And his place is kind of modern. So maybe we look for something a little more modern, a little more hip, a little more stylish. We could do something maybe like that. Well, whoops. No. Let's take a look a little bit further down. What do we have down here? We have this. Now that's always kind of a modern look. He may end up without a rug. I don't know. Nothing's popping into my head as I'm looking at this stuff and kind of thinking. Nothing is coming to mind that says, oh yeah, crap that thing. That thing will be so cool here. Ooh, now this is kind of cool. Let's see here. We've got this. We're in a square or in this fashion. That's kind of cool. That might work. I'm going to turn the sun back. Well, I guess I could put a light out here. I think we'll just turn the sun back on. I mean, it looks kind of good, kind of modern, kind of, kind of a little bit different. I also do really like that. I could put a table and chairs out here and center it on that rug right there. Let's look and see what kind of tables we have here. Surfaces, dining room tables. We got this in blue. Kind of matches what I used downstairs in green. We also have it like that. Maybe not that. Let's see here. What else do we have? That's actually really cool. I do really like that. I'm not going to use it for Ken's place, but I really like that. That's really cool. Do. Got this. And that's about it. We're kind of running to the end of anything I'm going to be using outdoors with those chairs. So, okay, it doesn't have to be blue or yellow. Let's take the designators off and see what we end up with. Man, we can always fall back on this or this. This works just white. Works pretty well here. Let me grab the table lilies. Do. I don't know if they can get out here on this balcony like this. We are going to test that real quick. No, he can't. Can you get here? No. Okay, so oh, he can't get there either? Where is he? Oh, the door's missing. What happened to the door? Okay, there used to be a door there. What happened to the door? I wonder what I did that made the door disappear. That's weird. I've got move objects on turned on, so I don't know what I did that caused the door to disappear. What I did, I say that generously. I don't know what Maxis did that made the door disappear. Let me see here. Do. It was this one right there. I can't believe that happened. You know, there was a point where I thought something did disappear, and then I checked and there was nothing in inventory. Is that sink missing too? What else am I missing? I hope nothing else. I mean, everything else looks pretty good. Huh. Okay, let's see if we can get up here now. Here he goes. And we actually need to set these as apartments because I still haven't actually set these up as separate apartments. This is all still one building, come to think of it. Let's go through. Let's throw in a few plants out here, and then we're going to set these as apartments, and then we're pretty much going to be done. I think that this is come along pretty well. I do like it. It's fun. It's a fun little sort of, I mean, I do like it if I say so myself. It's, it is a fun sort of build, I think. It's kind of whimsical, kind of, I would never do blue and yellow like that as a real apartment in real life. But for something where Ken is supposed to live in a toy play set from Mattel or Kenner or something like that, when it comes to that, I think it really carries off a great vibe. So Do, 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 do. Let's look at for rent here. What do we have for decor? For plants, there we go. Put that there. Grab this one. Put it over here. Kind of balanced. We're going to keep Ken's stuff kind of balanced. Let's make sure you can still sit down. They may have actually, maybe they changed plants a little bit. I still live in fear. There was a time a long, long time ago when The Sims 4 was young that, I was in a build challenge and I put these plants out. And at the end of the day, the shower and the bathroom couldn't be used because of the plant on the other side of the wall. Because the footprint of the plant overlapped into the shower. Took me forever to figure that out, why that had happened. Now, I do feel like nowadays it's not quite that intense. That, it seems a little more forgiving, but I don't think it's that forgiving, that's for sure. You know what might be nice out here? Let's give him some wind chimes. Do, 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 do. Some nice ceramic wind chimes here. Let's see what we got. Actually, I'd like to find the ones that hang. There we go, like that there. Wall mounted. Make it a little bit smaller. That's gonna just be lovely. It is gonna be lovely. I do think it's gonna be lovely. It's gonna have a nice kind of look here for him. Let's change that to blue. Kind of match the rest of his apartment. And that looks good. That looks good. Now, let's look at turning these into apartments. So right now we have one unit that is this whole entire building. So we're going to need to set some shared public spaces, and we're going to need to set private, exterior spaces, and then the rooms of the apartments themselves. The big question I have for myself really is, should this be shared areas or private? I really feel like maybe it should be shared, here at the front. Now, that said, obviously since this kind of connects directly to something that's part of his space, I do feel like maybe this back area should belong just to the apartment here on the first floor. And that is how I'm going to go about it, I think. Now, let's see if I can puzzle out everything we've got to puzzle out to make sure this works. So we'll pull open our kind of setup here. And we've got this. We're going to mark things, right? Whoops, I don't need design tool. I need this, assign all rooms. There we go. And we're going to assign that to shared. Okay. And we're going to assign this to shared. And I'm going to go ahead and I think put in, I think I'm going to make the shared spaces like this for the stairwell and the kind of the hallways. I think I'm going to just make them pink, just kind of match Barbie's apartment instead of matching everything else. And we'll go ahead and we'll just do a pink, kind of hallway here. We also could use some lighting in this hallway, this stairwell. Right now, this looks like the sort of stairwell where people get killed, right? So let's fill in with some nice pink tile in our shared space. And then let's put in, I want to change the stairs. That's what I wanted to do. Let me see that. I want to change the stairs, and I want to change the railings for the stairs. Is there anything else like that we need to worry about? No. We'll grab not the railing. I need the stairs. The lit stairway. Okay, so that's done. That's done. That's done. Okay, so we've got the stairs changed. We've got the railing changed. We've got the wall color changed. We have the tile changed. We have not changed this wall color. Take out that. And my thought is to go ahead and just use maybe, well, I was thinking like these particular light fixtures. Like here. And maybe here. Maybe here. I think that should work out pretty well. So we'll also designate this particular space as shared, and we'll designate this particular space as shared. Now, I don't think, I don't know if I can designate this. Yeah, I might not be able to designate this outdoor area here as belonging to that particular apartment. However, when I designate this as part of that apartment, the only way to no, could access it over here. May have to lock the gate. May have to lock the gate if we're going to keep this garden area private to that apartment, because I don't think it's going to read this area as a room. That's what I think. It's not going to read it as a room. And I don't think it's probably going to read these areas also as a room. So that kind of answers our question there about keeping it shared space. We really don't have a choice in the matter anyway. So there you go. Now, let's make the bottom floor unit number 1, right? Let's make it unit number 1. So we've got this, that's number 1. That's number 1. I'm going to make sure everything's correct. I think it should be. That's number 1, that's number 1. Okay, so unit number 1 is set. We're going to go up here to this area. This is Barbie's unit. We're going to start with setting her outdoor space as create a unit. This is going to be unit number 2, right? Oh, and it's pink. Oh my God, it's pink for Barbie. I'm going to change this. Let me change this real quick. I need to change this to like green. What's closest to green? That's kind of green. That's green. Let's change that to green. Barbie's will be pink, and then Ken's will be blue. Okay, so, okay, yeah, awesome. So we've got that set, and then we're going to set this part as Barbie's unit. And we'll set this part as Barbie's unit. And we will set this part as Barbie's unit. Right. So Barbie's got her unit now and her outdoor space. And then up here on this level, this is going to be Ken's spot. So we'll set this as create a unit. Is there a deeper blue? Let me see if there's a deeper blue real quick. There's purple. Oh, there's blue. So we'll go with that dark blue. That is set as his unit. This will be set as his unit. And then this outdoor space here will be Ken Juno. So that should do it. That should be all of our apartments set. I think so, right? Now we can go through and we can set different traits for each apartment. So right now this one has sunny, it has natural light, and then let's give it something like, I love cats. I do love cats, and I'm probably going to have a cat. We could make it a cat hangout, right? Stray cats really love this lot, so we might do that. Or we could do Chef's Kitchen, might be cool. Also, do Homie. Homie's always good. And what else? Romantic Aura. That always works. So let's see here. What is this? Yeah, let's go with Romantic Aura. That'll be nice for that apartment. And then, let's see here. We could set a lot challenge for this. I'm not planning to, but we could set a lot challenge for this particular lot, like mold, right? I'm not going to do it for this lot, but we could. And I'm going to leave the rest of it alone. Let's go here to number 2. And we'll look at what kind of traits do we have. We can give, this is Barbie's unit, right? This is Barbie's unit. So we're going to do, don't know about that one. Since it's Barbie, let's do Homie. Should we do Celebrity Home? She is Barbie. Don't know. We'll have to think about that one. Party Place, because she's Barbie. And then, what else could we do here? There's a sunny aspect. I guess we could use that again, because she's Barbie. So we could do that, or we could do cat hangout for Barbie, right? Or how about Child's Play? Well, that's for kids, I guess. Okay, so let's try cat hangout. Let's just do it. Let's see what happens. And then down here for Ken's apartment, let's see here. For Ken's apartment, we're going to do great cook, Chef's Kitchen, because he cooks all the time for Barbie, right? That's what Ken exists for. That's why his apartment has 2 seats, right? 2 seats at the table, him and Barbie. 2 seats in front of the TV, him and Barbie. 2 seats out on the balcony, him and Barbie. So he's got a great Chef's Kitchen. Totally good at cooking. We also want to have maybe a romantic aura, right? Because he and Barbie are boyfriend and girlfriend, so we're going to put them in there. And again, we have sunny aspect. We could do that. We could do private dwelling, right? Because they like their privacy up there. When they're up there, it's just the 2 of them. We could also do natural light, island spirits. Don't know. What else could we do here? Dog hangout? Dogs and cats, dog person, cat person. Maybe. So let's see here. Stray dogs will hang out at this lot. Let's try that. Let's do that one. So we're going to have a dog person and a cat person and me on the first floor. And that should take care of that. And I think that's it. I mean, I think that takes care of everything that we needed to worry about with this lot. I need to look up the rules. I need to take pictures and probably do a little more play testing and look up the rules for, uploading this onto the gallery and putting it. You can put the pictures and stuff on Discord, on the Sims 4 Discord. So if you don't belong to that channel yet, you might check it out. A lot of stuff going on in there. Sims 4 Discord from the Maxis group. So tons of people in there, always people to talk to, always things going on. I might need to put some light fixtures out here maybe. Yeah, maybe. Like this. Let's grab these. Like so. They didn't really put out a lot of light, but a little bit. Over here, let's maybe just go with something like this. Just some kind of accent lighting out here. I don't know why in the world it's lining up over there, but not over here. Let me see. Maybe that's why. Maybe it sits back a little bit further. And I must have moved it because it was clipping that column. So we'll just eyeball it into place. And we'll see if we can give Ken some sort of light out here. Oh, you know what? We could go ahead and use these. Got these sort of light fixtures. Go ahead and use these for Ken, maybe. Comes in a beautiful blue. Make it a little bit smaller. Kind of eyeball it. Maybe we'll put it above the windows like this. Give us a little light out here. And there's actually kind of enough light out on this place, I think. I think so. Yeah. Okay, so please hit like, subscribe, and notify. We are going to call this done for now. It will go up on. We'll go up on the gallery as soon as I look up the rules for putting it on the gallery, and I'll probably put some pictures of it, online in the Sims Discord. And I need to do a full tour, like a walking tour of all the builds I did for this particular pack. I'm way behind on that because I was sick for a couple of weeks and not deathly ill, but ill enough that I didn't feel like doing anything else, right? Work, sleep, work, sleep. That was my life. And then there was also Christmas on top of that, the holiday season here in the United States. So I have several properties I'd like to tour and then upload. I think I'll upload them all at once during a live stream. Probably tomorrow. So please, in the meantime, hit like, subscribe, and notify. And we will catch that then. I'm also playing SimCity 4. Not just Sims 4, but SimCity 4. A flashback to 20 years ago. I did a stream of that earlier. I'll probably do a little bit more of that, right? A little bit more of that. I did have fun with it. I haven't played it in a really long time. It was still a lot of fun, a really fun game. Costs like $5 right now on both the EA app and Steam. On either one of those, costs like only $5. So what can I say? I was like, hey, for $5, let's check it out again. It's been a lot of fun. So please hit like, subscribe, and notify. And as always, thanks for watching.